COVID lab leak. Cover-up exposed. Fauci, Wuhan, and the real origin revealed. What if I told you that everything we were told about COVID-19's origin was a scripted cover-up? That it might not have jumped from a bat or pangolin in a wet market, but from a lab in Wuhan? And now we have the receipts. The proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2 was the study used by media and health officials to shut down the lab leak theory. But emails and testimony now prove that Dr. Anthony Fauci helped prompt that paper to disprove the lab theory before evidence was even reviewed. Let's talk about Wuhan. It's not just any city. It's home to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, China's top SARS virus research lab. And this lab was doing gain-of-function research. That means they were altering viruses to make them more infectious. And it gets worse. Researchers at the Wuhan lab were reported sick with COVID-like symptoms in the fall of 2019. That's months before the outbreak was ever made public. Now let's talk biology. COVID-19 has a furin cleavage site. That's the unique feature that made it so infectious in humans. But guess what? That furin cleavage site doesn't exist in any of its 871 known viral relatives. So how did it get there? In 2018, EcoHealth and the Wuhan lab proposed a grant to DARPA to create a virus with a furin cleavage site. That's the exact same feature COVID-19 ended up having. Coincidence or blueprint? And this research wasn't done in ultra-secure labs. In China, they used BSL-2 safety protocols, the same as a dentist's office. In the U.S., this type of research would require BSL-3 or higher. That means hazmat suits, full containment. But in Wuhan, bare minimum protection. Now let's talk about the wet market story, the one we were sold from day one. No infected animals were ever found at the Wuhan market. No proof of multiple spillovers. In fact, all COVID-19 cases trace back to a single introduction into humans. That's not how natural pandemics usually spread. There's more. Key evidence that would support a natural origin, like ancestral animal strains, is completely missing. In SARS and MERS, we found infected animals. Not this time. Why? Maybe because it didn't start in animals. Even the U.S. Select Subcommittee now admits the lab leak is the most consistent explanation. Biology, intelligence, timelines. All roads lead to Wuhan. And here's the kicker. The U.S. funded some of this research through EcoHealth Alliance. That means our tax dollars helped fuel it. They locked down schools, silenced debate, and called you a conspiracy theorist for asking questions. But now, the truth is unraveling. This isn't about politics. This is about the truth. Share this. Bookmark it. Because they called it a theory. But now it's a cover-up, with names, receipts, and consequences. Ask questions, demand answers, because the next one could be worse. If you watch this far, it means you're awake. Now do your part. Like this video, comment "lab" or "lie" below, and share it before it disappears. They called this a conspiracy, but now it's a cover-up with receipts. Tag a friend who still thinks it came from a bat. Save this video. Repost it everywhere. Let the algorithm know. The truth is louder than the lies. Lab leak. Wuhan cover-up pour. COVID truth or Fauci files. Gain of function. Virus origin exposed. WIV. Pandemic truth. Expose everything. Fact over fear. Viral video wa. Wake up world. Share truth. Alt news. Deep dive.